Welcome, everyone, to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Ahles, president of Growth. Today, I get the honor and privilege to meet with Mr. Andy Treno. Should be no stranger to those in AIME. He's also leading our ethics committee from LoanGoalie.com. And today, that's what we're going to talk about. We get to peel back the curtains a little bit with Andy on his back of his business, on what he's doing to be engaged in his community in a way that really helps for self-generating LOs. Andy and I got to have a conversation earlier this morning, and we were talking about kind of the secret, right? Like, how do you get business as a self-generating LO? And in my opinion, there's no better way to do it than being involved in your community. And Andy's doing that. And I thought it would be a great opportunity, not only to highlight him for what he's doing, but also to be able to help our audience, to help our brokers that are maybe like looking at ways to, how do I invest into my business to grow clients? So, Andy, thank you for being here, brother.
Hey, thank you. That was quite introduction there, and I got to say it's my pleasure to be here and happy to be on. Thank you for the opportunity.
So, loan goalie, right? Give us some context, like, because I know for me when I heard it, I'm like, what are you blocking loans, or like, what does that mean, right? Tell me where you came up with this idea and how you intertwine that to not only what you love, but where you're spending a lot of your time.
So first of all, we're not blocking loans. We're stopping high rates and fees, and we're giving you
Yes,
a great save on your home loan.
there
Um,
it is.
so so you had that a little backwards, but you know what? Where it came from is just my background. I grew up. I played a ton of hockey growing up. I coached up until I had kids, and they took over my life. And then once they started playing hockey, I'm coaching them as well. The goalie piece, I was a goalie, and part of that, everybody always remembers the goalie. You know, you have 20 guys out there skating and one crazy guy back there with the mask on, and everybody seems to remember him. And to this day, I'll still run into people that, hey, you played with me on that summer team back in '94. And it's like, okay, yeah, I believe it. I think I remember you. But it stuck out. It was something that was always memorable. It's been a part of who I am my whole life. And I always wanted to do something marketing related to hockey. And I had some other ideas that I went through for website names, for branding, and none of them really stuck. And it was truly just one of those laying in bed at in the middle of the night, and Lone Goalie came to me, and I went and checked it out. No one had bought it, and here we go. I'm now Lone Goalie.
I like it. I like it. Stopping the other high rate lenders, saving the day. But more importantly, right? Like, so when I look, and we've had this conversation when we talk about self-generating LOs and being involved in what you do, but branding yourself strategically, right? So you're coaching for your kids, right? And your kids, the what age group are you coaching right now?
So I've got two kids. One's 11, one's 8. So for those in the hockey world, I got a mite and a squirt. And I'm involved with both of them. And kind of what you're getting at. I don't walk around and sell everybody. You know, I can just wear that lone goalie sweatshirt, and around the ring, people get what it is and what it means. And when I'm away from the rink, people look at that and it's like, wow, what's with the goalie? What's a lone goalie? I go to Ryan Eller has those I Heart Mortgages shirts that start conversations.
Yes.
And it's the same way. People are like, what's that all about? And that's all I need. Now I'm not the one walking in and selling people. They opened up the conversation, and I'm answering their questions at that point, and they opened the door for me.
It's beautiful. And you're visual, and it's going to be, these are long lasting relationships, right? I mean, you're helping coach other parents' kids, you're visible, and you're in an ice rink. So you need a sweatshirt anyway. So the lone goalie sweatshirt does an amazing job. We've joked because for me, as you can see from some of, I guess this had some of my pictures, I'm into cycling. So as Andy likes to call them, we made some onesies. It was my cycling kits, though, right? It was a good way for me to brand my business with the people that I spend a lot of time with and invest into that community, but also trigger the top of mind when it comes to, wait, I need a mortgage. I know Tom, the broker, He does mortgages. He's part of a site. He's part of what I do. It's very easy to not only start to build trust with those people because you're already doing something. One, you're donating your time, because I don't think you're going to retire coaching mites or bites or whatever it's called, hockey, right? It's something that you like doing, but you also don't want to be that guy that's running after people all the time. Like, hey, what's your interest rate? We talked about this. Like, it's intentional, but it's intentional branding to where you're setting yourself apart. You're putting yourself into a sphere of influence that people get to see who your character is, right? They get an opportunity to see what happens when things are going tough, especially in coaching, right? Because not every game's an easy victory. You're dealing with sometimes how you deal with losses. You're leading kids. It's a great way to get involved in your community, right?
Yeah, and one important thing, and you kind of touched on it, is you got to do just what you're doing naturally already. If I were to go out and say, I'm going to be the lone basketball guy, I would make an absolute fool of myself because I'm not a basketball player. I wouldn't know how to coach them. And so if you're thinking like, oh, I'll get into something new and do it as that, people are going to see through that. They're going to see your motivations. For me, I'm coaching either way, and that, like you said, is just a way to brand what I'm already doing already, and to put something on there that's going to catch people's eye.
Yep. To me, I think that's key in the referral business, right? Compared to going and spending money on buying leads, when you spend money to brand yourself and investing into what you're already doing, what you like, what you love, and who you're surrounding yourself with, it creates an organic relationship with the community that you're already serving, but subtly letting them know what you do, right? And it's catchy. I know the first time I saw it, I Googled, what is LoanGoalie? I looked it up and I'm sure you get business from your advertising. You just started this not that long ago, within the last year, right?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. Like I said, I always wanted to do something hockey related and brand myself that way, and just never got around to it. Never had a good idea that stuck. So yeah, it's been less than a year, and I've had nothing but positive things said back to me about it. So I think it's working, and it's like so many things we do. It's not like I can directly say, hey, here's these 5 closings that came from it, but it's starting conversations. I know I'm top of people's mind because of it, and really, it's fun. You said it. I need a sweatshirt either way. My kid
Yes.
loves it. So that's batting 1,000 right there. He's wearing the sweatshirt because he thinks the logo is cool. So yeah, it's win-win.
It's awesome. And I will say, I've seen you do this before, right? And I'm going to pull up another one that I've got to witness. And you got to love on these, on our live grow and get it's, because you don't know what I'm going to pull out. But
Oh, great.
even when I went to a brewery by my house, and as I was sitting there, and then I looked at the coasters that they put down, I'm like, hey, I know that guy. And same thing. You have a friend that's involved in, yeah, there you go, the loan goalie. So he's even doing it there. Now, from a business's standpoint, they would have to buy those things, but you're providing it for free to be able to get the advertisement. And once again, this is how, if you're trying as a mortgage professional, as a broker, to grow your business, to grow your network, these are subtle ways to do it that plug you into the community, make you known, and continue to build your network so that you can be sustainable as a self-sourcing originator. So, Andy, you're an amazing human. We appreciate you. I know you do a lot for AIME. I consider you a good friend. Is there anything you want to leave our guests with before we sign off today?
Well, thanks for all the kind words. You're a good friend as well. What I'd say is this business gives us the opportunity, especially as brokers, to be an entrepreneur and to run it how you want. So make it fun. Have fun with it. Your clients will feed off of that. If you're having fun with your branding, with speaking with them, I do a lot of more video communication these days. Make it personable. Make it similar to who you are outside of the business world, and your customers are going to enjoy the experience a lot more. They're going to see that you care, and it's just going to make it that much more memorable. And yeah, like you said, I'll give a plug to my guys. If you're in Hopkins, Minnesota, go to LTD Brewing. They've got the LoanGoalie coasters there. Those are my guys down there. So love the support I get from them as well. I happen to like beer too.
Yes, yes. I don't know how I ever found that place either. It's odd. But hey, thank you everyone for joining us for another week's episode of Grow and Get It. We hope this was valuable for you. I know for me, we try every week to highlight something where we see a community member winning, somebody who's open to sharing it. You can catch us here every week. We're on Brokers Are Better Group at noon Eastern, or if you'd like to check out some past episodes, go to our YouTube page at AIME National. You'll see all of our past guests. We look forward to seeing you next week. Hope everybody goes out and grows and get it. Have a good day.
Thank you.